played a Mardu Cars variation yesterday that felt like it was okay by the time we finished it. This is a build that was floating around on Twitter that kind of caught my attention because it's not all in on the Greasefang Parhelion, even though this is something we can do that's powerful. You can just like Faithless Looting or use a blood token to ditch this and then attack with it on turn 3 by bringing it back with Greasefang. We also have this kind of madness sub-theme to go with Faithless Looting and these blood tokens. And we've got Kroxa as an additional large beater and Seasoned Pyromancer to generate card advantage and find our key card. So I'm interested to see how this two-pronged build feels. One thing that is notable about this build is that it is more in on the graveyard plan. Like part of our secondary plan is also Kroxa, so graveyard hate's a little scary. We do have a bunch of portable holes and fractures in the sideboard, which is nice. Yeah, this build is notably not playing any low quality cards like Goblin Engineer. Our goal is to have the 2-card combo, but then also just be able to... Our goal is to have the 2-card combo, but then also just be able to play a fair, honest game of Magic when that combo doesn't come up, instead of being all in on looking for it. Coolio! Thanks for the entire year. I wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you, so thanks for keeping me around. Welcome back. We have Portable Hole and Fracture in the sideboard for killing things like Rest in Peace. Yeah, if you want to see a Mardu build playing Goblin Engineer, look on the YouTube channel for the deck we played yesterday. We played that build yesterday and it was very reasonable. I'm supposed to mulligan this without any green source or any white source. Have a good one, Jace. Magic's tough, chat. Hard game. Driving in my car, beep beep. Hope no one wrecks into me. Oh no! They killed my Parhelion! How will we ever get it back into play, chat? Oh no! Here in my car, I feel safest of all. It's a Parhelion. Do 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 do. Our opponent learned a very valuable lesson that day, chat. Very valuable lesson. I think we need to always board in Fracture or Portable Hole in the Dark to fight through graveyard hate from the opponent's deck. Yeah, it is, Baker. It's in the Alchemy playlist. Is there any graveyard hate that Fracture misses? Something like Scavenging Ooze gets missed.
I know I noted this somewhere.
It is a long time, Steric. Thanks for the support. Welcome back. Think we're just chilling. Just like tapped land go while blood token out the Rootwalla. Chat, don't feel bad for our opponent. They're literally playing Turbo Fog. They are the worst kind of evil. They get whatever is coming to them, okay? There are a lot of decent people getting beaten up by evil people in Historic. Our opponent is not one of them, okay? As I've often said, chat, asking, are we the bad guy, implies the existence of good guys. Historic, if you're not familiar, is a Batman type situation. There are not good people here. There's just a billionaire beating up poor people that you could root for, I guess, if you're that kind of person.
Me.
Hey now, Batman beats up other rich people too sometimes. That's fair. Fair.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
Yeah, so you're right that diversification is a... Oh, shoot. You're right that diversification of stocks is... I mean, the other card wasn't going to do anything either, chat, and my life total doesn't matter. So, like, I didn't realize that Tamiyo was going to stop the discard, but I'm also not casting Parhelion, so it's right to still take the Thoughtseize and look at their hand. So, like, it doesn't feel good, but my play is still correct. The person commenting it's not unreasonable to not buy any of your own stocks. It's over the last decade they haven't invested any money in their own company. This isn't just like a last month or your most recent purchase. This is in 10 years they haven't done it. Doing this during the upkeeps, this way if they have a counterspell, they have to spend the mana on their turn to save their planeswalker.
I have become too involved with my work.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I'm looking for like a Thoughtseize here. Yeah, I mean, spun out WotC sounds incredibly profitable for the shareholders. That's why they're pushing it. Croc says Thoughtseize, I guess. Not when it's discarding Leyland in the Void, though. Hey chat, do you want to know what a fun interaction is? If you Croxa them while they have Tamiyo in play, they automatically take 3 damage.
I follow the tracks of the wise.
Because Crocs is templated if they can't discard, they Oh, I should have kept the instants and sorcerers in my bin for Channeler, probably. Oh, I forgot that land. In my head, I was like, I want to hold this land to discard to Channeler next turn, but it was a Channeler land, so I need to put it into play.
Let's slow this down. Hold that thought.
Teferi can go tuck himself, chat. Hopefully this Croxa trigger's about to be lethal.
To the library.
Build a deck using any cards, Ixalan, and later. Sure. Yeah, this is just Pioneer cards we have so far, right? So that's good. I guess it's not strictly the same as Pioneer cards we have so far because there could be other cards from older sets that we have that are Pioneer legal that aren't legal there. Yeah, it doesn't include remaster stuff that's legal in Pioneer. It's what Historic would be without the backports, right? Basically. Our opponent played a 2-2, chat. Driving in my car, beep beep. Rum, rum. Hit the gas, chat. Hit the gas. Yep. Yep. They have a Thunderdome situation going on here, chat. Our deck is super obnoxious. And bring in Thoughtseize and the Fractures again. Click submit, I think. Decks like this one are another reason why you shouldn't really play things like the other worse graveyard decks in this format, because everyone smart is going to be packing a lot of graveyard hate right now between this archetype and Phoenix. This feels like when people added Nahirian and Emrakul to all modern decks when she got printed, just decent cards that sometimes explode. Yes, exactly that. Gosh, I really want to play with Nahiri. That's another sweet Planeswalker I would love to have in this game's non-rotating format. So many sweet planeswalkers. I'd really like to play with Bant Tameo too. We have Nahiri at home, something like that. Alright, chat. We're gonna blood loot the Parhelion, and then we're gonna draw land Greasefang, and it's gonna be wonderful. Never lucky, chat. Never lucky. Well, I mean, they can't just add Pioneer, John. It's a lot of work to add a whole new format. I mean, if they could snap their fingers and have it all done, they'd do it. They seem hesitant to put a Pioneer adjacent format on the client, though, that's for sure. Man, can you believe the audacity of our opponent chat? First off, opponent, how dare you? I think having it be Ixalan forward rather than including the miscellaneous jumpstart and other cards that are Pioneer legal and already on Arena is kind of silly, but I'll take what I can get. And here, we're kind of seeing why I kind of like the Madness Shell for this deck, because we just have this fair game plan where we get to kind of be the beatdowns here. While they have Graveyard Hate. We combo killed them game one, and then we're just like fair decking them to death here. I'm not convinced that Blood Fountain is playable. We're attacking with our Snapcaster Mages and Deceiver Exarchs. Yes, exactly that. Accurate summation. Man, it's a shame we, it's a shame we didn't have that last turn. they gotta pull the trigger on Soul Guide here. We're gonna sack one of our lands here, I think. So I'm gonna decline on this one because it's untapped. And then we'll sack this next one. They have a Helix here, we're probably dead. Oh, that's probably lethal. Mediocre beatdown plan, not quite good enough to beat K9. Especially when we're losing lands to Town Razor. Just draw boat and a rat, sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's the only white creature in our deck, but it's an important one, right? This grabs any non-creature? That's cheating. Sedge. The audacity of interacting with me. Yeah, but you're never gonna fry a Parhelion instead of frying the Greasefang, right? This is where the magic happens. Shit. I'm gonna concede. Will they play a piece of graveyard hit here? I mean, being unsure about the fountains means I'd rather have more of a chance to play with them, right? To see if I become more or less sure of them. In this spot, looting would have been better, right? Because we would have gotten to put Rootwalla into play and we'd have hit our second land last turn. This card giving us instant speed access to discarding definitely has some value. Good card to play in lieu of Fountain. Chat! Fucking stop it! Stop it, chat. Me saying I'm unsure if a card is good doesn't mean we need to cut the card immediately. It's me articulating my thoughts on the deck so far to you. You will be such a better Magic player and deck builder if you stop making changes to deck lists before you get a chance to play with them as is. The person that put this deck together and did well with it decided to play Blood Fountain for a reason. Let's play some games with it before we just write it off. Thank you. Yeah, generally speaking, that's the only change I make to deck lists before I play them. Is I will add lands if they're not playing enough lands. This card gives them so much access to their sideboard. Really, really powerful effect. Sounds good. I appreciate you coming back in the hour to re-up tiers. This is a pay 2, make 2 tokens angle here. We're chilling on the Croxa for now. I think I want to put Rootwalla into play here rather than use the Blood Fountain. Yeah, feels kind of like ephemerate energy at the moment. I assume this is gonna clear our graveyard next turn. Just doing it right away. Yeah, there'll be a YouTube video dedicated to talking about the free wizard stuff later tonight. We'll have its own segment. Chill on this in case we draw another discard spell. Is it worth putting them to 2? I think so. I think I want Fiery Temper to be lethal off the top. Good chance they draw another Helix here. I guess they're through 2 of them already. Seeing a lot of cards though. Infinite cards. Yep. We're in here. Games. Our aggro plan came up quite a bit short there, both of those games. I guess quite a bit's an overstatement. Just a touch short, both of those games. In the face of Graveyard Hate. That I have concerns that Kroxa, I really like including the Madness package in this archetype, but I feel like that game really highlighted why I'm not sure that Kroxa is the right secondary thing to be doing after that. Like, the fact that this game plan gets turned off by the same cards that this game plan gets turned off by doesn't seem like great deck building. I mean, I don't even know that I want 4 Chandler. I think I want just like a different aggressive card. Like what other Madness cards can we play? Even something like this would be fine. I mean, 4 pieces of Graveyard Hate is a lot. We could have played Kitchen Imp. Can I play 4 Kitchen Imp, chat? It is adorable. Thanks for the follow, Cabal. Yeah, I was sad we couldn't make April's deck work. We've tried to play the deck list she's playing on 2 or 3 occasions, and every time we just get trashed by everything and end up turning it off. They seem to have good success with it though. Lacking on discard outlets. I'm gonna give you a 10-minute timeout to count how many things I have that discard cards. Because I feel like you have miscounted. It's 18? I believe it's 18. No white source in this hand, but Epicure into Fiery Temper sounds good. Oh, we're waiting for our opponent to take their good, sweet time, by the way. I would like to give a shout out to our sponsor that re-upped with the stream recently. NordVPN is back. If you're in the market to secure your internet connection with the best VPN in the world, be sure to check out NordVPN/Jeff Hoagland there. Get a discount on a 2-year plan plus a bonus gift. I will say it's pleasant that we are 2 or 3 matches into Historic so far today, and we haven't hit blue-white control yet. I'm sure that means our next 2 or 3 will be blue-white control, but it's nice so far. Coffee and Card Games, thanks for the follow. That's actually a really good shout that the Kitchen Imp doesn't get, Oh, thanks, friend. Imagine milling the dredge deck, chat. Imagine milling the dredge deck. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger. Trim here. I like a lot of our cards. I definitely want the portable holes. You think I want discard spells? I don't know that I do. They're assuredly gonna have Graveyard Hate post board, right? So maybe we're supposed to board up on pull out in some of our graveyard interaction. I guess we don't have that many graveyard interactions with this being the only one. Maybe we just leave it and call it good enough. Just like trim around the edges. Couple of Kitchen Imps out, a Faithless Looting out, a Blood Fountain out. Yeah, Rest in Peace does not stop madness, Bluefire. Oh, come on, opponent. You know what's really funny, chat? Grafdigger's Cage doesn't stop Parhelion from coming back. Because it's just an artifact when it comes back. It does stop us from flashing back Faithless Looting. That much will work. For what it's worth, April, I think this deck's probably super playable without looting. Oh, come on. Please let us draw the rats so they can realize their Their cage doesn't work. Yes! Oh, yeah. Here in my car, I feel safe in my car. It's a Parhelion. It makes some angels my car. Do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Be do 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 do. What's going on, dude?
So, Daddy,
What's up?
how long till you be done?
I am working for another hour streaming, and then I have a short break, and then I have a meeting. What's up?
I need you to do something with
What do you need me to do?
And it is a secret, okay?
Oh, it's a secret? Okay. Oh, okay. That doesn't have to be a secret. I can put. You want to go turn the TV on?
Yep.
The button's on the right side. Turn it on and then come back in here and we can send some YouTube there. Is my phone down here? My phone might not be here. Ah, sure. Q hasn't even popped yet? What a dead game. Thanks, Umber. Yeah, Jake's my oldest. He just turned 8. We've Jacob, Declan, and Haley. Haley is full toddler terror at like 19 months old. Declan is almost 7. They're good kids. We have an impending blizzard upon us, so the kids are home from school today. Hey, congrats, Kensrate. Cars. Thanks, Silvestro. I really appreciate the 15 months. Thanks for keeping me around. In it to win it, fam. "11, 7, and 16 months old. Ugh, so you're not that far off of me, Somber. There you go. I'll put our imp into play here. Pick first, Declan. Go ahead. Yeah, Kitchen Imp has haste is great. Ooh. This is madness, chat. Madness. And like someone else called out, if they have Divine Purge next turn, Kitchen Imp actually doesn't get Divine Purged?
What TV did you send it to?
In the basement.
I mean, that turned on.
It takes a second for it to load, dude. You see how it's spinning? Patience, dude. Patience. Okay. His show didn't come up instantaneously, chat, so he was concerned it was sent to the wrong device. Oh yeah. This is... Oh, they're gold. Our queue time went forever, chat. We've been queued into a 260 card deck in the gold ranks. Sorry, I was half wrangling children and did not notice. Yeah, we're full bully here, chat. Full bully. Oh, we got Day of Judgment did. Okay. Get that, chat. They're holding their own. Chat was concerned for their well-being. It's fine. They're beating us up. Water spells. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did your show come up, boys?
No.
Didn't? Okay. Let me finish my game and I will come. I will come debug. Oh, we're all gonna do it now because we're taking through. What happened while I was gone, Chip? Oh, he drew a fiery temper. Seems good. How do we get matched to gold? Because the longer you sit in queue, the wider it spreads the pairing algorithm. And we sat in queue for over 90 seconds, so the pairing algorithm was spread thoroughly wide. Dude, do not slam things on my desk like that. Close my door, please. Because dead game. Because a lot of queues, actually, is the answer. Oh, I still haven't restarted Arena to download the update. I should probably do that, huh? Like, a lot of people like to, you know, make cracks about the game being dead and stuff like that. But if you compare Magic Arena's number of queues to the number of queues in every other digital card game, I would bet Magic Arena has more ways to play ranked than Hearthstone, Runeterra, and whatever third and fourth digital card game you can find combined. Runeterra has 1 ranked queue. Hearthstone has, what, 2, maybe 3? MTGO doesn't have a ranked ladder, so that's not relevant. Yeah, and I think that player base splintering is a big part of why Wizards is cautious to add another queue. Well, Expeditions and Path of Champions aren't ranked queues, pseudonym. If you want to count all queues, including unranked queues, Arena still wins by a lot. Because in addition to best of 1 and best of 3, 3 different constructed formats plus draft for ranked, Arena has events and unranked queues for a bunch of formats too, right? Yeah, Magic is a great framework for lots of different ways to play. For sure. Oh yeah, and we have Historic Brawl too. And there's regular Brawl as well, right? Like, if you compare the number of play modes on Magic Arena, I bet it beats almost every other card game application added together. Those other games are really cautious when it comes to even adding a second queue, much less the dozens we have here. It's the one thing Magic does better than basically every other game is variety of play modes. Yu-Gi-Oh's a game that has as much history of Magic, but it doesn't really have multiple formats, right? I mean, we're not currently playing Alchemy, we're currently playing Historic. And it's worth noting that I always play best of 3 on stream, and best of 1 play modes are way more popular than best of 3 as well. So regardless of which format I'm playing, I'm in the less popular queue looking for games with sideboards. I think our opponents just AFK'd here. Maybe they didn't realize they were in the best of 3 queue. Hearthstone has 3 ranked queues after a lot of time. Yeah, so that's still less than half what Arena has, right? Arena has 6 constructed ranked queues plus a draft limited queue. I was on the fence about trying Yu-Gi-Oh myself, and then I watched Day 9 try it, and I was like, nope, yep, not doing this. Day 9 was the push I needed towards not doing Yu-Gi-Oh altogether, watching him suffer. All right, let's restart this client real quick. We're not done with Magic yet. We're gonna play for another hour or so at least, but they're gonna disable matchmaking if we don't download the update. Chat, you see all these Pokemon figures behind me? I am saving my new card game dip-in later this year for the new Pokemon TCG client. The Pokemon Company likes me and has been wonderful to work with, whereas in comparison, the community manager for the company that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the person that told me I was a liability when they worked at Wizards of the Coast. So I'm gonna assume there's no room to work with people there. So game mechanics aside, I'm gonna avoid Yu-Gi-Oh! Based on their community manager. You know, I'm gonna be honest, chat. For a long time, what she said stuck with me. It made me wonder if maybe I was the problem. But now I work with companies that are larger than Wizards of the Coast, like Riot Games and Pokemon, and clearly I'm not the problem. Clearly I am not the problem. Yeah, I've got a bunch of pack codes saved up for when their new digital client rolls live. I was Runeterra Ben recently. It seems fine. They have a lot of interesting designs in their most recent set, but if I'm being honest, I just kind of bounce off of best of 1 gameplay. It's tough. It's tough for me to feel invested in best of 1 gameplay. And for people that aren't familiar with me, the reason why the Wizards person told me I was a liability is because I give pointed feedback on things. They don't like it when I talk about them stepping in it. And anybody who follows Wizards for a long time knows that they step in it a lot, so, you know. The new Pokemon digital client is going into a closed beta February 22nd for Canada and I think a couple of other smaller countries. So hopefully it's going to get a public release sometime not long after that. Egg Spooky Dragon, thanks for 13 months. Welcome back. Maybe I'm supposed to ditch one of these madness cards. The fiery temper is supposed to go to the bottom. I am told that your cards from the existing Pokemon client will transfer to the new one. While those of you at home could definitely leverage a VPN like NordVPN to access the Pokemon thing early if you don't live in Canada, I think it would be in bad form for me, a content creator who works with the Pokemon company, to kind of skate my way into their thing via early access, so. I'm gonna auto-follow the rules and just chill for a little bit. Horizon Forbidden West is releasing soon anyways. I'm gonna focus on that for a little bit, but we'll definitely play some of the Pokemon stuff when it comes out. So they have Selfless Savior here, unfortunately. Forbidden West hype indeed, Y2K. Thanks for the 47 months. Not gonna have time to get Magmatic Channeler going. Yeah, there's a ton of great video game releases this month. Sweet time to be a gamer. I haven't been able to find our getaway driver yet, chat. Ooh, Staggering Insight probably means we're dead. It gives lifelink. The good news, chat, is we weren't dead because of the lifelink. We were dead, but the lifelink wasn't to blame. What kind of games are the Horizon games? They are a third-person combat open-world RPG. To give a small spoiler on the main story, the story arc is very anti-capitalism as well. So, as a frothing at the mouth dirty leftist, I enjoyed it. The combat is so much better than Witcher's combat. Witcher's combat, like, exists, but nobody plays Witcher 3 because the combat is good. Horizon Zero Dawn's combat is very, very good. Some of the best around. No one's ever gonna bring it down. Yeah, that's true. Horizon does not have as many. There aren't branching options in Horizon for how the story plays out like Witcher does. If you're progressing just the main quest line, you are railroaded in a specific direction. Some people care about that. Horizon is on PC and PlayStation, the only two gaming platforms. Sometimes people like to pretend there's other gaming platforms, but there aren't, chat. If you bought an Xbox, you were scammed. You should consider consulting a lawyer. Is the Switch? What's a Switch? I'm not familiar with that one. I I have a toaster oven with controllers on the side of it and like a screen in the middle that like it plays Pokemon Unite, but it is just a toaster with a screen. I think I'm gonna loot and give them the draw so I can get some shots at Parhelion into Rat here. Yikes. Why you gotta do toasters like that? The Switch is very good as far as affordable pieces of game hardware do. I think the Switch is actually an excellent piece of hardware as far as fairly budget gaming systems go. That being said, I personally would really like it if they would do a premium Switch version. That would like, I don't know, maybe let me load things faster and not have miscellaneous lag in spots. My personal enjoyment would be increased if they would let me pay a premium to get a higher quality hardware. All right, let's do this first as a good draw. Okay. Yeah, so the Steam Deck is good hardware, chap, but the reason why the Switch is successful is all the Nintendo specific releases, right? So like I can't play Pokemon Unite on the Steam Deck. Havokin, thank you for the 17 months. Welcome back. Yeah, the Steam Deck is just like another computer. Nintendo doesn't push the envelope having an Xbox or Sony-like console because that's not their niche. They're looking to thrive in the niche that they have found themselves success in. I think we're dead, right? Thanks for the follow, Dr. Landry. I don't know that our deck has felt good enough into all of this graveyard hate. Obviously, the Parhelion, Grease whatever is like a powerful interaction, but our secondary backup plan has felt pretty lacking in a lot of these games. Thanks for taking the time to drop that off, Shiro. Wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you. Appreciate it. We just put the Imp into play and attack here. Playing Greasefang in a deck with what's it called? Heart of Korean. That's something I want to do at some point too. I just wanted to try the combo variations first. Our hand desperately needs a Faithless Looting. I think I liked... I think I like the Esper Greasefang deck we've played so far the most. I think I enjoyed it more than these Mardu variations. This other game we're doing mediocre beatdown things. I wonder if there are a Greasefang deck too. They must be with Blood Fountain, right? Main deck Grafdigger's Cage, yikes. None of those were the fiery temper I wanted for Christmas yet. They're gonna get to put Nettle Cyst on Vault Scourge, which means I don't get to race anymore. Which is real sad. Yeah, we played Charter Course, Magnus. You also get to play the new Tezzeret as a way to crew Parhelion, which is nice. If you missed the Esper build that I'm talking about, there's a video up on my YouTube channel. I just don't know how we ever win from here, right? I used to do a little bit of Historic Brawl, but it's really not a particularly popular format, so I stick mostly to Historic and Alchemy these days. One fiery temper, please. Yeah, we're just dead. That's another match where, like, they had a piece of Graveyard Hate and our secondary game plan just wasn't meaningfully powerful. What is Alchemy? Alchemy is a digital-only rotating format. Think of Standard, if you're familiar with that. Only it has card rebalances and direct-to-digital designs in it. They do balance patches for Alchemy like we get for other digital-only card games. Yeah, I think that's my conclusion, Kennex. Our secondary gameplay just doesn't seem good. It wasn't good with Croxa, and it doesn't feel good enough with the Imp in that slot either. I think if you want to play the Mardu variation, I think the Engineer build we played yesterday that was a little bit more all-in on the combo seems like the better place to be. Let's finish this match out, but I think I'm about ready to be done with this one. silly opponent. You activated my trap card. Go, Rootwalla. Go, Rootwalla. Go, Rootwalla, go. There's yet another piece of graveyard hate. The graveyard's just a very contested zone in this format between this archetype and Phoenix being really popular. Feels like it's a tough sell. Your deck has to be doing something really correct. Yeah, it feels like the Esper deck feels like it has a better counterplay there. I don't really count Cat Oven as a graveyard deck because things like Relic and Soul Guide Lantern aren't really counterplay against Cat Oven. You have to have like Grafdigger's Cage and Rest in Peace specifically. Alright, our opponent's kinda out of gas. Perfect. This is madness. A Rip and Leyline not played. I mean, Rest in Peace sees some amount of play, and Leyline to a lesser degree. But Soul Guide Lantern, and Relic are much better against things like Phoenix. And there's not a lot of Cat Oven on the ladder as a whole because it's tedious to play. Another thing to be aware of is the fact that, you know, a lot of decks in this format use their own graveyard. So if you're a graveyard deck, you can't play Rest in Peace. They didn't exile this. Thank you. I think we're just killing Esper Sentinel. I guess I don't really care if I have to pay extra mana for my stuff. I'm gonna kill the Lifelinker, actually. Means we get to win this race here, assuming they brick off. Schmoes, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. It's afternoon. Whatever time of day it is. It's all Blur's Day chat all the way down. I will say the Kitchen Imps have been pretty fun. Been pretty happy with their inclusion so far. Definitely better than the Cruxes, I think. Like, imagine if we had Cruxes here against, like, these Relics and other cards our opponents have been playing. It's like, would have done actual nothing. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and just kill the Glass Casket now. It gives them a little bit of extra information, but it means they don't draw a card with this. Do I like Soul Guide Lantern or Relic better? They're situational. So the upside to Soul Guide Lantern is that it can exile the entire graveyard without you holding up a mana. The upside to Relic is that it provides consistent pressure to their graveyard, and you draw a card when you exile the whole thing. Relic also has the downside, though, of it exiling your graveyard as well. So if you're a deck that needs your graveyard, like us, for example, you're more inclined to play Soul Guide Lantern, so you don't exile your own stuff. A lot of conditionals, as always. When is Leyline the better choice? I don't really know that Leyline's ever really the better choice. maybe in a deck where you have like looting. If you have looting effects, Leyline could be okay, because you don't really want to cast Leyline. You just want it in your opener for free. So like we had played looting in the Esper deck, because it could both cast it when that was good, but it also had a lot of draw discards, so you could just rummage through it when it wasn't going to be good. I think that's probably the best example of when it could be good. Is this a portable hold a relic angle? I think it might be. Lucky Bear Live, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. It's always kind of neat to see new people find their way to a channel like mine in the Magic category. Means the category is still growing and picking up new people. Because for people that are new, I'm something of a relic here. I've been streaming Magic in some way, shape, or form, whether it was Moto or paper card games with fancy setup for, gosh, 7, 8 years now. Been here a while. Are we holing my hole? Rude. And I go ahead and kill one of their lifelinkers here. Pyromancer, ditch these two. I think I'd rather hold on to one of these as just a 4-3 even if I can't use my graveyard. Yeah, the stat line on this card is really good. Wow, now we're doing this. Why is the opponent playing this instead of iTwitch? Well, they're an artifact synergy deck, so it's an artifact creature for them. Thanks for the follow. I'm Tex. Good afternoon. They're currently dead to the Fiery Temper. They can go block, block. They take 6, they gain 1, they end up at 3. They need something else to play to the board for to be able to counter my Fiery Temper. Although we can play Fiery Temper through Metallic Rebuke at the moment, which is nice. When you got a portable hole, the 1/1. Yikes. And if they trade with the 1/1 here with their Vault Scourge, they also die. They have to chump the 2/2. Goodbye, friends. All right, our fair deck game plan was able to get on the scoreboard at least once. This deck was fine. I think overall, if you're like Jeff, you've played a few different of these Parhelion decks in Historic. How would you rank them? I think I would put this one at the bottom of the list. I think in terms of just Mardu variations, I liked this a little bit more all-in build better. And not only, I think even maybe calling this all-in is wrong. This build was just more controlling, right? We had Portable Hole and Glass Casket in the main as interaction along with Soul Guide Lantern, and we have Ichor, Wellspring, and Synthesizer for card advantage. And this build with the mech hangers to crew these, just cast Parhelion and won that way on more than one occasion, in addition to getting to use Goblet Engineer to like entomb this into this on 3. So I think from just Mardu perspectives, I like this build the best, but I think overall the blue-white or Esper core that we have played, I think is my favorite. I don't know, it's close between this one and the other Mardu one. And if you didn't catch this one or the other Mardu one, there are videos in the Historic playlist up on my YouTube channel. But I think if I were to do more Parhelion combo in the future, I would start here or here as opposed to trying to play this one. The backup game plan in this one just didn't feel like it was quite consistently powerful enough. The Madness aggro came up short a little bit. We had Kroxa in this slot for a little while, too, as the original card that had been here. And that Kroxa especially felt really awkward because people were already bringing in Graveyard Hate against us, so. At any rate, I'm actually going to sign off a little bit early today because I've got a meeting later this afternoon that I can't miss. So I'll be back tomorrow. Horizon Forbidden West releases for everyone, so I'm going to be doing an all-day variety stream tomorrow. Saturday, however, if you're interested in more Magic the Gathering, our next Hoaglandia Open is happening on Saturday. If you want to play some Alchemy and get your chance to earn an SNC Set Championship qualifier to Wizards of the Coast next big tournament, be sure to sign up to play in that. If you just want to watch it, myself, Jim Davis, and Raphael Levy will be casting that tournament all day here on my Twitch channel. We'll be starting about 11 a.m. Central, so hopefully if you can't play, you'll tune in. And of course, if you can't catch it live, it'll all be up on YouTube after the fact. Everybody enjoy the rest of your